You're welcome back. Now, the last of the qualifiers yesterday produced a novel pairing when Tyrone and Roscommon squared up for the very first time in the championship. The prize for the winners was a crack at Dublin. Adrian Eames was there for us.
Philip Jordan driving forward for Tyrone. Ball breaks back to Jordan. Conditions absolutely ideal here at Croke Park, just a hint of a breeze. There's Tommy McGuigan, well marshalled at the moment by Niall Carty, manages to work it back to Sean Kavanagh. Kavanagh goes for it, and we have the opening point of the game scored by the man from Moy, a giant talismanic figure that is Sean Kavanagh. First blood to Tyrone. Craig skipping away from the challenge of Ricey McMenamin, and Craig going from a very difficult angle, and that's the equalising score. Well taken point by Cathal Craig from Western Gales. From the kick out, it breaks in favour of Roscommon. Carl Mannion is there. Mannion with the dinked pass, but it's straight to Sean O'Neill in the middle of the field. And it's something that Fergal O'Donnell was really critical of his side after the kind of final too many turnovers in that game. But there's the tenacity of Shawnee McDermott. Shawnee McDermott on the charge forward, lays it off to Cathal Craig, whose confidence is quite high after that opening score. And here's Donny Shine. Donny Shine pulling the trigger and putting Roscommon into the lead. Now just 6.5 minutes played at Croke Park. Excellent score. It's a trademark point by Donny Shine. Well won for Tyrone by Colin Kavanagh. Now Mark Donnelly, who gets through a whole heap of work. Tommy McGuigan out on the 45-metre line, getting it off to Kyle Coney, and Coney gets away from his man. He shrugged off the challenge and he drills that one over the bar. And it's Tyrone in front by 3 points to 2. Kyle Coney with his first point of the game, left-footed, smashes it over. And Roscommon have to be so careful in terms of not coughing up possession. Here's their captain, Peter Donegan, on the charge. Being tracked by Kyle Coney, lifts it forward. Sending Kilbride with the layoff. Here's Darren McDermott making his first championship start this afternoon. Came on late in the Connacht final against Mayo. Cathal Craig takes the sideline ball, the layoff to Senan Kilbride, and it's knocked over the bar. What a great response that is by Roscommon. Lovely interchange of passes here. Donny Shine laying it off. That's swept over the bar. Finneran now sweeping it out wide to Carl Mannion. Mannion has support down the line. Here's Cathal Craig, already on the score sheet once in this game. He lifts it diagonally. Terrific ball for Donny Shine, and Shine raises the white flag. No fear about Roscommon so far in this game. Great work from Donny Shine. There is certainly a real confidence about Roscommon. Finneran back to Senan O'Grady. Swagger and purpose about Roscommon here. Carl Mannion with the layoff to Donegan. And Donegan from 45 metres out clips it forward now to Donny Shine. Shine being watched by Conor Gormley. Lovely angle ball now. Finds Senan Kilbride. This will be a lovely score if they manage it. Oh, it is. It's an excellent score for Roscommon. They are playing some terrific football here at Croke Park. Brilliantly won in midfield by Michael Finneran. Finneran, the man from St Dominic's. Toe taps the ball. Lays it off to Senan O'Grady. O'Grady just lacking support, has to check his run. Still Senan O'Grady, cool under pressure. To the path now of Donny Shine. It's a difficult angle. Conor Gormley is there. Lifts it back now for Senan Kilbride. Who has Joe McMahon for company. Kilbride all the way back out to Donny Shine. Just eluded the Roscommon man, but there to snap up the ball is Cathal Craig. Lifts it into the square, fisted away by Packy McConnell. Carl Mannion, oh, he's buried it! What a terrific goal for Roscommon! Carl Mannion lashes the ball into the net. Well, McConnell letting it fisted clear, and Carl Mannion onto it, and he flashed into the net. Brilliant from Carl Mannion. Oh, what a tonic that is for Roscommon, who lead 1-7 to 6 points. A blistering finish from Carl Mannion, and Tyrone in trouble here. Roscommon displaying a real enthusiasm for this battle, brilliantly plucked out of the air by Kyle Coney. Coney being tracked back by Kevin Higgins. Now Peter Hart. Need Hart to become an influence in this game. Here's a man who really influences any game he plays in, Sean Kavanagh. Oh, there you have it. Strike back Tyrone, hit back by Sean Kavanagh. Brilliant goal. Well, within a couple of minutes of Roscommon rattling the Tyrone net, Sean Kavanagh surging forward, and a brilliant goal. Roscommon defensively ripped apart there. Donnelly. He skips away from Sean Purcell. Purcell trying to get back, still Donnelly in possession for Tyrone. Lays it forward now for Sean Kavanagh. A little shimmy, difficult angle. Absolutely no trouble whatsoever for Sean Kavanagh. Well, here we go for the second half, and Mickey Hart has sent for the cavalry. Owen Mulligan and Brian Dewar, two of the wily campaigners for Tyrone, on for the second half. Tyrone leading by a point, 1-9 to 1-8. Terrific first half performance from both these teams here at Croke Park. With a single yellow card. 16 out of the 19 scores in the first half came from play, as that one is lifted in and over the bar. And what a start to the second half for Roscommon. Carl Mannion, who scored that all-important goal, registering the first point of the second period. Kevin Hughes with the offload now for Ryan McMenamin. Real drive and enthusiasm about Tyrone in the second half. Lifted forward now, looking for Owen Mulligan. Roscommon have to try and defend vigilantly here. Donnelly through, Donnelly with the opportunity, and Donnelly takes the scoring opportunity when it fell his way. Almost casually done in the end, but brilliant work from Owen Mulligan. Here's Peter Hart, difficult angle. Composure from Hart, now Mulligan. So disappointed at not requiring what he felt was the requisite game time. Decided to opt away from the panel, but he's back. Here's Sean O'Neill under no pressure whatsoever. O'Neill drives it in and knocks it over the bar. Well, Tyrone really putting the foot to the floor right at the start of the second half. And O'Neill from Dromore sweeps it over. Joe McMahon on the burst forward. Now Colm Kavanagh. Kavanagh with support from Brian McGuigan. McGuigan with the offload to Mulligan. This could be his first point of the game, and Mulligan makes it look so easy. Drills that one in over the bar. Mickey Hart will be greatly pleased with the way his side had started the second half. Here's O'Gara. Ryan McMenamin keeping a watchful eye. Gara working it all the way back now to Cathal Craig. Craig going crossfield. Carl Mannion, who's had a big game so far for Roscommon. And that's a big score for Roscommon. Excellent point from Carl Mannion off his left boot. And they worked it really well. Lively figure of Brian Dewar is Sean O'Neill. Back to Dewar. Dewar all the way back out to Colm Kavanagh. Kavanagh immediately surrounded, but he's managed to cut his way through. Still Kavanagh lifts it in and lifts it over the bar. Well, it was all his own work. Colm Kavanagh had to go it alone. Dewar. Owen Mulligan. Well, here we go with that Kevin Hughes. Hughes all the way back. It's Tyrone. Well, you wouldn't say the comfort zone at the moment, but they lead by 4 points. Kevin Hughes could be a goal chance on here, and it's driven in and over the bar. Instead, they elect to take their point, and that's coolly done. Excellent point for Tyrone, and they've extended their lead here by 5 points. Fergie O'Donnell will be as keen to see his side keeping within distance of Tyrone. Here comes Sean Kavanagh once again. Kavanagh, not denied this time. Goal Tyrone, place in the quarterfinals for Tyrone. Sean Kavanagh, as cool as you like, slots it home. And Tyrone are home and hose now. Now Brian McGuigan, another of the seasoned veterans for Tyrone. Now Peter Hart, one of the younger brigade. Hart, just 20 years of age. Now Donnelly, a 27-year-old Donnelly to wrap it up, and he has. It's a third goal. It's really cruel, you'd have to say, on Roscommon, but it's a fine finish from Donnelly, and a fine finish as well to this game from Tyrone. Donnelly capitalising and drilling it, smashing it home. It's all over at Croke Park. Sean Kavanagh with 2 goals for Tyrone. Great credit must go to Roscommon for long passages of this game. They threatened the biggest of upsets, but not to be. Tyrone using all their guile and experience to come through, and they have won here by 3 goals and 19 points to a goal and 14 points.
Disappointed really, because I'd say we played some nice football for a lot of the game. Missed a few easy chances, you know, just 1 or 2 frees. Sennan was blocked down near to goal. Do you know what I mean? And on these days, to get created upset, you have to have all these things going well.
There's 2 occasions in the game like where we kind of were in the game. Like, I suppose when we had 4 points up in the first half, and then the second half when we brought it back to 2, but we just made some bad mistakes and bad decisions, and Tyrone pulled away on us. Like, and they're a quality team. Like, and if you give them chances, they're always going to do that.
And I'm afraid we've no reaction from Tyrone. Mickey Hart again declined to speak to us after the match. Pat Spillane, you really enjoyed that game.
I did. The first half was an absolutely outstanding game of football, and for 60 minutes it was there was a contest. This was a close affair, and at the end of the day, the experience of Tyrone. So Roscommon really improved from the Connacht final. They played great football, and they took the game to Tyrone, and they were 176 points up after 28 minutes, and then from there on in, Tyrone more or less took over, and from there to the end, they outscored Roscommon 3 goals and 13 points to 7 points. And what we saw is, I mean, why did they steam through in the end? They were able to bring on subs of the calibre of Stephen O'Neill, Brian Dooher, Owen Mulligan, Justin McMahon, Davy Hart. 5 fellas with All-Ireland medals, and they have the fresh legs there now. They're building up momentum, and I'll tell you this, they'll give the Dubs one hell of a game next Saturday.
Okay. Well, Kevin, there's mention of the experienced players, but you're impressed with how the newcomers are gelling.
Well, that was the challenge for Mickey Hart and his management team, was to freshen it up and kind of get that infusion of youth and mix it in with the experience that Pat's talking about. And I'd have to say that project, you know, this weekend has really shown us that he's very close to having a top-class product. Their support play was excellent, and the young lads showed a lot of confidence. You know, the way they threw the ball around, the patience again that they always have. They're all good ball players, and they're all very accurate. That's Coney there, a minor of recent times, just, you know, flicking it over. There's Hart again, lovely hands. We recognise all Tyrone players with very soft skills, both with their feet and with their hands, and their accuracy in front of goal. I would say that is the biggest thing I saw from Tyrone this weekend, was they were clinical. They had a nice bit of pace to the team, well freshened up. Donnelly, he was very, very impressive. So in a sense, they come to next weekend in great fettle. Mickey Hart will be really pleased with
will the young fellas get in, Kevin, or will it be at the start?
Oh, no, he'll stay with this. He will, yeah. And I think he recognises now that the likes of Brian Dooher and others, the legs aren't there. But I should say that Sean Kavanagh and Brian McGuigan were outstanding in this game as well, against a very game Roscommon team that didn't offer it up too easy. The last 10 minutes was a little bit of a struggle. There's Donnelly again with a lovely finish. But just the general confidence of them, the way they've melted in very nicely, seamlessly with the senior guys. They're a serious team, Pat, I would suggest.
All right. Now, Pat, to talk about Roscommon, you say they've improved from the Connacht final.
I have. I was very critical about them in their play in the Roscommon, or in the Connacht final, particularly in the first half.
But on that, what about Tony Davis's point that maybe the weather made it an appalling match?
Not a bit in the world, not a bit in the world. Weather's a convenient cop-out, I believe. But what they did yesterday was they utilised their strengths in the full forward line. Fantastic kick passing, a lovely kick pass into Donny Shine from Carl Craig over the bar. And watch the lovely movement. They played a 2-man full forward line, but watch the quality of the kick passing. Dominican into Donny Shine. Look at the way, lovely turn. Look at the vision. Into Kilbride, who had a great game, turning over on his left, and they gave Joe McMahon, Ryan McMinimum, and Conor Gormley a horrendous affair. And again, look, question marks about Tyrone full back line. Pascal McConnell should have caught it, and a tremendous goal by Carol Manning. But in the first half they mixed the bad as well, and I believe they had first of all 3 goal scoring chances. This was probably the best of by Donny Shine, who was just slow in releasing the ball. Now good block down, but slow in releasing the ball. The other 2 chances were slightly half chances, but if the final pass was good, I think they could have got a goal. It's Donny Shine again involved, and Niall Carty makes a very good run in, but too much pace on the ball, it runs out. But there was a half a chance there, and I believe this was also a good chance by Darragh McDermott, who runs through. Again, look at how easy he goes through the Tyrone defence, and I felt maybe he could have carried it on another step or 2 further and scored the goal. But look, even though they lost their provincial title this year, I genuinely believe that Roscommon are in a better place than they were 12 months ago.
All right then, let's move on then. It's every player